Hello everybody, Jay Barino here. It's Mathias Chronicles, a custom campaign for Warcraft 3. Thanks for joining me while I play it, and you watch, possibly play along. You should go and check this out for yourself. There have been updates since I downloaded it. Chapter 7, Shadow of the Reaper. I think this might be the last mission, I'm not sure. At least, I think this was the last mission in the original version, and I don't know if Mapguy has added any maps or not. And I'd actually be kind of curious if Mapguy would share either here or on Hive Workshop, if he's watching here, but maybe on Hive Workshop I'll reach out to him and see if he's willing to share, like, what explicit changes were things that he made as opposed to what was in the original maps. What Mathias led southward to Cosmodon was no longer an army, but a mob. The roads were choked with refugees, and the air was thick with smoke and the chill promise of early autumn. Every night, another band of deserters melted into the countryside. Their numbers were replaced tenfold by groups of desperate and bedraggled refugees. By the time Mathias had reached Dunedin, he understood much more about Malachi than he cared to admit. Leaving the remainder of his army in the mountain passes, he rode north with a small band to meet his nemesis. That coven is being attacked. We must go to their aid. We should let it burn. That's a coven of wilder mages. They're nothing but godless pagans and animists. They deserve what's coming to them. I could have said the same about two poachers I met not so long ago. We will not leave anyone for the undead. Let's move. Only the people that I choose to hate are the ones that we'll go after, says Mathias. Alright, so we still have...
What is it now?
We still have our two... We have Dimitri and...
What you got?
Well, let's assign his points. We have Dimitri and Nikolai. Tornado is interesting. I guess I'll get that, but I don't think I'm going to really use it. It's good against buildings. Okay, so let's spread the love a little bit with our spells. So, or with our items, rather. So Mathias, I think, is pretty decent. Immolate, everything on him should be strength-related. Increases armor and attack speed. Mana capacity for him, I think, is decent. Strength and life. Okay, that's all good.
I have no time.
Okay, so these folks need some items. I'm going to give my agility and intelligence to Nikolai. Spear of Destiny can stay on Kyrene. Hoodie of Light I have 2 of. And that's strength and agility, so we can give 1 to Dimitri. Spell damage reduction would probably be better on Dimitri.
I have no time for games.
Hopefully these guys don't leave once we help the coven.
No one orders me around.
Okay, let's get into it.
Is that all?
Again, it's interesting how, you know, Mathias, wherever his hatred is focused is where the campaign will take us. You know, he hates the undead, so we'll help people in this instance. But, you know, if anything related to the orcs and, like, even our old friends, well, not really friends, but I guess allies, like Duncan and,
Excellent. Is that all?
I don't even remember her name. The lady.
I rule.
We're just willing to turn on them and kill them super quick.
Be gone.
Okay, I got some additional units. That's cool. It is interesting how you spend most of the campaign building up two heroes, only to have them just immediately disappear in one mission, and there's no way to get their items or anything. So all that time you spent trying to get them kind of built up. Go, go! Why are you stuck? Get in there.
Death has no sting.
Rock Guts. Okay, well, I can't attack him with my ultimate. Look out, swordsman. Let's pick this up. Volley it. Tome of Knowledge, obviously. Matthias. We got a bunch of extra units.
Save Lordaeron at any cost.
Pagan sorcerers that can cast Animate, Dead, and Cyclone.
What is it?
Huh, okay. Oh, these have Firebolt. Okay. Well, let's add my casters to a separate group.
Yes, my friend.
And then we'll send these... Okay, I can build them. Sorcerer, Cleric, Wilder Mage, Tooltip missing.
Is someone injured? What ails you?
Alright, so you can... Okay, so Curse is great.
Someone injured?
It said Raise Dead, but it's actually Curse. Again, this might be a versioning issue. There's really just no way for me to know.
Servant.
This also might be a mission where I'm going to do most of it with my heroes. I think I'll probably do most of it with my heroes and get my heroes beefed up, and then we'll go and attack with everybody up onto Malachi, who again is just trying to get away. Use some transmute for the instant kill.
We
Kyrene with poison arrows on is fine. Belt of Rage just means faster attacking. I think we've already got one of those. Let's give that to Nikolai, just so that he attacks faster. Actually, Kyrene
It isn't easy
with the
being
poison arrows
prince.
seems reasonable.
Is
I
that
don't have
all?
anything that can attack
I rule.
trees in this
Excellent.
instance. Wand of Negation actually would be great on somebody, so let's grab that. Assuming it's... Oh, it's the one that has charges on it, unfortunately. I thought that was the
Speak,
Staff of
servant.
Negation is the one that is permanent,
all?
which is super, super solid.
At last.
Okay, so you all have some rest and reprieve in the
have
little
no
town,
pity
and
for
we'll come back for you. I guess picking this stuff up doesn't hurt.
No one orders
I won't
me
hesitate
around.
to use or replace it.
Certainly.
Wait, is that a chest? Oh, that's right. We can.
At last.
I forgot about this because it hasn't been used very much, but like you can
I
go
haven't
inside some buildings.
No one
We have to go
orders
up and
me
around and go in from the top. Again, if you see the little green dot, it means you can go in.
Be gone.
Be gone. And she attacks fast. I like that.
Certainly. No one
All right,
orders
Mathias,
me
check it
around.
out.
Is that all? Certainly.
Oh, did he get stuck, or
Is
can I
that
not
all?
actually go in these buildings? Oh my god.
Save rule.
Zap one of them. Don't run away from me, you cowards. Just use her ultimate. It's basically Starfall. 45 seconds of that is just nuts.
No one orders me around.
Okay, looks good.
I have
Stop that.
No one orders
So
me
can we go in
around.
here or not?
I rule.
Didn't they say like you want to try to...
Suffer and die.
Wait, whoa. First off, Scroll of Healing.
It
I
isn't
don't need it.
easy being prince.
Nikolai, get down here and attack the other barrel. I'll send him back down and around. I don't care. I think they said auto attack into the buildings. Like you need to attack into the buildings if you want to actually get inside of them. Or maybe there's just no way for me to do it. Nothing. There we go.
It isn't easy being prince.
Book of the Dead, I think, lets you summon a bunch of extra skeletons, right? Yeah, so we'll drop
Is
that.
that all?
What is it now? What you got?
I don't have that many
I'll
slots
check it out.
anymore.
No one orders me around.
Yeah, auto attack into the buildings, and I think that actually gets them in
It
there.
isn't
All right,
easy
break
being
this.
prince.
Shield of the Death Lord
No
sounds
one orders
good
me
for whatever
around.
it might end up being.
Certainly. At last. Certainly.
Okay, so this is an item from the Rexar campaign, and that's it's definitely better than Amulet of Zulaman.
Excellent.
Should I mess someone
I don't
up?
need this key anymore, as far as I know. Endurance Aura is good to keep. Belt of Rage, this is all good for him, I think. And then what we can do is give him the gem.
Smoky.
And so now we have two melee heroes.
No
Like,
one
it's going to
orders me
overlap at
around.
times, but overall I think that's fine.
Certainly.
I have no time.
And then let's grab the book. And I have a lot of consumables
It
we can
isn't
use.
easy
My
being
melee
a
heroes are
prince.
pretty decked out.
Excellent.
And let's just continue through the forest and
Is that
scour
all?
it. Again, the double immolation aura is a bit superfluous.
Should
We can
I
replace
mess
the
someone up?
the amulet in
I
time.
Save Lordaeron at any cost. Certainly. I rule.
Maybe you can break the barricades to
Attack.
get inside the home.
Is
I
that
think
all?
that's exactly what's
Certainly.
going on here.
Is that all?
Cool, more units.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and add these to my group. Good work, boys, for holing up and waiting for us. I've actually got a lot of
It
units.
isn't
Do we have
easy
access to
being
this?
prince. Certainly.
There we go.
Last.
That's got to be a separate group.
I save Lordaeron.
Again, my heroes, I mean, not my new heroes, but my original heroes are all pretty strong, so they should be able to
It isn't easy.
do a lot of this themselves. But that's fun, again, because I took a lot of time to do that, so it's satisfying to be able to. Also, I like how Kel'Zarak is just gone. He's like, oh yeah, sorry, I need to go. Cripple, yeah, okay.
Should I mess someone up?
Thunderclap. And I'm trying to get used to more scrolling through my heroes. I don't know what this is, but let's just use it. Pick it up, rather. So it's like a Ring of Regen.
Speak, servant.
Let's get into this base. Let's bring everybody.
No one orders me.
Got the skeletons helping us out. I like it. Not sure if there's much of a purpose of me attacking and destroying this base, but we're going to do it.
It isn't easy being Prince.
Where is Kyrene? Let's go ahead and use your ultimate, which should hit buildings as well. Oh, she's still up here. That was wasteful, unfortunately. Blast him. Blast him again. Blast a different one. Give me the wolf. Transmute something. Use defend.
Save Lordaeron.
Get him.
Forces are under attack.
Again, I don't have anything that does... Well, does... The elites... Yeah, the steam tank does siege damage. That's useful. Sorry, buddy. Oh, and the house is like... It's my faction now, interestingly enough. Again, I in theory could have just completely avoided this little area. I'm not sure why... This is here. But that's fine. I can do the double blast to kill pretty much anything. Oh, when we could just tornado some of this base.
We elves are not.
Just sort of like a worse earthquake. I mean, you can control where it moves, so there's that. Will it lift my own buildings up, you think? I don't think it should. There's a chest down there, so I guess that's what'll make it worth it.
I have.
Yeah, the Ring of Regen is not really something I'm thrilled about. Get out of the way and just let the tank hit it. Okay, well, there's that.
Save Lordaeron.
Should I mess someone up?
It isn't easy.
Okay, go and grab that, Mathias. What was he holding that I used? Oh, it's because I got rid of the amulet. All right, that's fine. Well, we'll give him the Crown of Kings, of course. Just transmute. Oh, never mind. Transmute his T.
No one orders me around.
Should I?
Okay, well, now we have a Crown of
Isn't
Kings.
easy being
Thanks,
Prince.
game. I appreciate that. There might have been something that's kind of a dead end. Again, it really just depends on how much I really want to scour this map versus try to get up to Malachi. There's no... I don't think there's a time element to this.
Excellent.
Back up. Thunderclap it. And then just pick something kind of in the back and blast him.
Speak, servant.
Oh, yeah.
It isn't easy being
Oh, yeah, we're looking good. I lost one swordsman in that previous encounter, unfortunately, but...
Save Lordaeron.
Oh, what's the... Oh, okay, the crit is Dimitri. I'm wondering where these are coming from.
Speak, servant.
The light caller is level 13. All right, we got to be a little careful because he's very unassuming with how he looks, but he can really ruin our day. Let's thunderclap. Is he asleep?
We elves are not.
Stand and deliver.
Just transmute something. Give me another wolf. Oh, his name is Coco. It's not this. It's not spelled the same as my dog Coco. Nor would Coco ever
Mess someone up.
work with a poacher.
It isn't
But-
easy being Prince.
It's cute.
Stand and deliver.
Where's the? What? Didn't I have someone with the cloak of toughness? No, that was last mission.
I will save Lordaeron at any
That
cost.
wasn't this something that gave endurance, or was that something else? I don't care about that. That's not very good. I'm probably holding other stuff that isn't very good either, so I'm not really sure if
No one
it really matters at this point.
Is that all?
Can we get inside here? Yes, we can.
Excellent. Certainly. At last.
Should I?
All right,
mess someone
Matthias.
No one orders me.
Here,
around.
F3, not F1. Weird hero order.
Excellent.
Orb of lightning and then some. I remember. Does he have an orb effect? He's doing something. Oh, but it's the Searing Claws, which gives him the critical attack, which is obviously good. Inferno Stone.
that
Holy
all?
shit.
What you got?
We can give this guy an orb effect. I want to keep Endurance Aura. I think the extra armor from that is not great. Also, this is really not that thrilling to me. I mean, that's a lot of HP, right? It's 250 HP. Let's ditch the... We don't need more than one Immolation Aura. We'll give him an orb effect. So now he can attack air. Well, maybe. I don't know.
No one orders me.
It's called an Orb of Lightning, but I'm now starting to suspect that it will not actually give me an orb effect. Or it will be an orb effect, but he won't be able to attack air. Okay, let's get into it. These may be immune to magic. Yes, they are. It lets me cast the ultimate on them, but doesn't actually work, unfortunately. Doesn't deal the damage. I do like how the being able to go into houses has been.
It isn't easy being prince. Excellent.
It's funny because that's what I already had.
Speak, servant.
The ability to go back into houses has been brought back to a degree because that's been missing for several missions. But I always thought that was a really cool idea. Why, hello, Princey. We were expecting you. Might we offer you a more direct passage to the Orc War Chief's base?
Suffer and die. Attack. Excellent.
Your intelligence, right?
What is it now?
Can I murder these guys?
No one orders me around.
Okay, well it's just a base. It's an enemy base, so I feel cheated. Let's go ahead and tornado this. Pick something, yeah, like kill the abominations. No. Start blasting. So anyway, I start blasting. Let's just go ahead and move Kyrene in and use Arrow Fall, and let's move up with everybody else. Very nice.
No one orders me around.
And I'll still explore the other parts of the map. Again, the fact that they opened up a pathway which just led to an enemy base is funny, and I'm not sure if that was supposed to be like indicative of a trap,
Suffer and die.
or we would have had to fight through this anyway, and I'm starting to think we would have had to fight through it anyway. Okay, this guy's level 14. Let's back up and maybe fight these units outside of their primary.
Certainly. Is that all?
Okay, let's move in with my other heroes, or units rather.
I will save
You're all heroes in my eyes. Normal units. All right, so this is Ray's dead. It should be timing out here at any moment. So.
It isn't easy being
My aid.
Okay, so he has anti-magic shells, so good on you, Undead, for actually using that. Steam Tank, let's use you. Where is he summoning? Oh no, they're gone now. Okay. Precious Talisman increases various stats. Why don't we put this on Kyrene here? That'll help us. Is this the one that does nothing? It does nothing, unfortunately. I'm looking down here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's actually doing anything. So, see a Precious Talisman. I really, really like how rewarding it is to explore in this campaign. Though I do think the items need to be tightened up a little bit because some of them, again, they do nothing, or they don't do what they say that they do, or a lot of them just overlap. A lot of it's just like strength by 3, armor by 3. Strength by 4, armor by 2. It's just a lot of that. You know, you could make them a little more unique. All right, move on down. It's a pretty big undead base, but we're fine. Good work, Infernal. You're doing your job. There might be more chests that we can find. I'm curious to see what the other pathway to get to the war chief was. Oh, cool. Well, there's some cages down here, so we'll get some other units as well. No need to throw your lives away here. Kyrene, why don't you get down there? I do quite like where Kyrene is at in terms of stats and items. She's doing pretty darn good here.
No one orders me.
What are we gonna get?
Our forces are under attack.
Mortar teams? I like mortar teams. I am a fan of mortar teams.
Greetings to you.
Yes, my friend.
What do you say?
All right. And I guess we'll just add this one to my other group. It's fine. All right, so that base is done. Let's continue. It's just easier to peruse with my heroes and then move up with everyone else later to help clean up.
Excellent. At last.
It's just such a long process. Wait, so who has transmute? Take one of these. Let's use Starfall on Kyrene. Fork Lightning. Pick someone and blast them. The Necromancers look a little different. It's kind of hard to miss them. Or it's easy to miss them, rather.
At any cost.
Manual health, you know
It
the
isn't
drill.
easy being Prince.
Again,
Is that
Matthias
all?
is the one that we're
Suffer and die.
getting him totally jacked up.
We elves are
And not in a bad way. Just, you could say, okay, saying something is jacked means they're very strong, where saying something is jacked up means that they've had just
At last.
they gotten the shit kicked out of them, right?
Excellent.
So we're getting him
Certainly.
jacked. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, let's
Excellent.
check down here real quick.
Is that all?
Just another big
At
group.
last.
Level 14. Interesting. All right, let's volley this. Trying.
Speak, servant. Excellent.
All right, so yeah, his ultimate cannot hit heroes, unfortunately. Let's just keep volleying here and keep him stunned.
No one orders me around.
What you got?
These level, like, 14s and 15s, I'm surprised at how easily they go down.
Save Lordaeron at any cost.
Let's drop this and pick up
last.
Battle Helm. Oh yeah, this is the one that's... It's
Certainly.
+1 all stats. I think.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's +1 all stats, so it's. I think
last.
that's one that it doesn't do what it says that
Excellent.
it does. It's basically
Certainly.
just a...
Death has no sting.
Okay, there's nothing in there.
At last.
I think the chests might be random, perhaps? I don't know. But that's what I mean, you know, it's just...
Is that
you know,
all?
take another run at the campaign and just ensure that all
last.
the items
We
work
elves are
properly, and it would really increase the fun factor, if only because, again, I love exploring and I love finding stuff,
Speak, servant.
but at a certain point I'm like, well, I'm just going to get another strength plus armor item, so why bother?
Excellent.
Yes,
Or it's going to be a battle helm, which gets me kind of excited at first, and
No
then
one
it
orders me
doesn't
around.
work. But in the grand scheme, again, the framework is really there to be flippin' awesome. So I'm very excited to
Let's get to fight.
What is my aim required?
to continue playing this. Though I think this is the last mission, actually. We'll find out. All right, let me check over here. Obviously, we want to go in this direction, but let's see. Again, was there another path? A path? I think we would have had to talk to...
Last. Excellent.
We had to go this way. He said you want a speedier route,
isn't
but there actually
easy
was
being
no
Prince.
slower route in the first place, interestingly enough.
I will save
Greetings
Lordaeron.
Yes, my
So I don't think it was meant to be a
Your
trap or anything like that. I have like a full army. I have 74 supply on a micro mission. Let's go.
No one orders me.
Matthias almost level 9.
Certainly.
Okay,
Is
here's
that
here's
all?
the enemy base.
Salutation.
We're gonna bomb in there with everybody.
yes, my
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine.
someone up.
Can I transmute like a demolisher? That would be cool. I assume so.
No one orders me around.
Oops. You know what I miss? Holy water bomb. I miss it. Just kill some of these peons. I'm trying to click them. Again, it's just everything is a little bit smaller. Oh, you can target your own units with that spell. Here, I'm sorry, friend. I apologize. Is that Dimitri? And then Matthias gets level 9. Obviously, Soul Blast. Okay, we're gonna clear the whole base out. I don't think this is meant to be a super challenge, though. At the same time, they said like, "Oh, we've escaped," so
It isn't easy being Prince.
maybe this is supposed to be the orcs at their full strength. I mean, we've been hunting them this whole campaign, so I think they're not meant to be super strong, and we're supposed to. I think we're supposed to feel sympathy for them while we're playing the other team, right? You're just playing the baddies. I think this was a good representation, especially in an older campaign from the early 2000s, mid 2000s, of trying to make a morally gray
No one orders
a
me
morally gray protagonist group that
that all?
that the player plays as.
Show us a target.
And that's something that Blizzard did with Warcraft and StarCraft. Let's go to Tornado here.
Save Lordaeron.
Just start blasting them. That's actual Malachi. So sorry in advance, buddy. Oh, he's tornadoed. All right, so we can hit him with the call from the heavens, and he's dead already.
No one orders
He might respawn. We have to destroy his whole base, I think. 30 bonus damage is pretty significant.
It isn't easy being Prince. No one orders me around.
It's very similar to the troll mission where like you're just massacring this group that can barely defend itself. It's very sad. Alright, and then, yeah, I think we just gotta kill everything. It's not just Malachi. It says capture or slay him. I mean, he maybe they'll capture him if only because they want him to be available in future campaigns, they being the Savage Potato. Maybe that's, I'm expecting him to be capturable in that regard, but I'm guessing he's just going to be murdered. I don't know. I love the sound effects that are added, and I think that's that is definitely Mapguy's touch. I think a lot of that stuff is really well done.
Yes, my friend.
Makes things just really satisfying, especially the bow and arrow sound.
At last.
Oh no.
Is that all?
What is it? Ever onward.
Should I mess someone up?
Uh-oh.
Speak, servant. Excellent. Certainly.
I mean, it basically just said kill Malachi, but we killed him and it didn't end. These guys are marked as a shop. Arrange to meet you in a clearing to the north of the forest. If you can return with him and change, your people may regain some faith in you. Oh, they actually are merchants. Maybe I should have killed everything except him? I'll have to replay the whole thing off camera, unfortunately. I could do it with cheats, just sort of get us back to where we were. I missed a group of banshees down here. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'll do this off camera, and unfortunately, I haven't been saving. Okay, so here we go. And I guess, you know, I'll try it with just Mathias, because didn't they say that they wanted him to come alone?
No one orders me around.
Our forces are under attack.
Certainly.
So there he is.
Is that all? Certainly.
Give him the blasts, and like I mean, he has so much HP. I'm not concerned. What I'll do is kill all of this stuff, all of it, and then I'll kill his extra guards without attacking him directly, and then see if maybe that counts as being able to capture him. I'm not sure. It seemed like part of the issue was that he became aggravated towards us
Servant. Excellent.
for whatever reason.
Orders me around. At last.
Also, I wonder if maybe we're supposed to cross this bridge with only Mathias. Could also be an issue. I'm not sure. Okay, there's still a peon in here. Blast them. They each had 2 peons inside. There we go.
Last. Certainly.
Okay, so ignore Malachi, and I'm just gonna kill his personal guard. And it seems like maybe we weren't meant to kill him, and maybe we overkilled him somehow.
No one orders me.
So therefore, it didn't count in some fashion. I don't know.
Last. Excellent. Certainly.
Okay, let's try again. I mean, I have a quick save. I'm just gonna auto attack him. I'm not gonna. You know, I'll kill the wolves just in case.
I have no pity.
But I'm not gonna use a spell to blast him above a certain HP or anything like that. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's triggered. I think we overkilled him. Mathias, follow me. It would seem that your journey has come to an end, little prince. I can run no further. I've waited for this moment a long time, Orc. It will be a relief to finally be rid of you. No, I do not think that at all. I have made you, boy. Without me, you would be just another anonymous bastard of the old king. Instead, I gave you this grand spectacle. 2 old enemies face to face as their world collapses around them. I did not come here for the conversation, Orc. I came to hunt you down. And what exactly do you think that will achieve? You slay me alone in a forest crawling with undead, out of sight of the rest of the world? Is that the grand victory you were dreaming of? You've already lost this war, boy. Whatever happens today, history will record me as the heroic savior of my people, and you as the unstable tyrant who pulled his kingdom down around him. I did not cause my kingdom's collapse. That was done by the Scourge, by my treacherous brother, and by those cowards who fled west rather than stand and fight. Oh, I see that I was mistaken then. Not your fault at all. Not your fault that your army was fatally weakened by our struggle. Not your fault that you turned the trolls, the goblins, your own people against you. No, it was nothing to do with your pride and vanity. It was not my damn fault. It was not my fault, damn you. You are twisting my deeds with your words. I was ordered by the council to hunt you down, and hunt you down I have. Do you want to know the most ironic thing of it all? It could have been easily ended near Ranfurly. We were near breaking point there. We were hungry, exhausted, and the thought of just giving up and meekly going back to the camps looked pretty appealing. I didn't know what to do, and on the spur of the moment I made up a story to keep us going. I told my lieutenant that you were exterminating us, burning the bodies in huge pyres. I have expected him to see through it, but he bought it. He accepted it as truth. Before I knew it, every single orc under my command believed in their heart of hearts that we were fighting a war of extermination. It troubles me to have won my people's freedom with a lie, but it was necessary. Does it trouble you to be the cause of your people's damnation? Talk all you want, orc. It will not save you. This is the hour of my triumph. None of your lies can change that. Actually, I'm fairly sure that this will be the hour of my greatest triumph. Malachi, greatest troll. You were always outclassed, boy. Is that just the end? Is there an epilogue? Finale. The true king. The undead commanders were loath to admit it, but they knew that their army did not march on carrion alone. True, the numbers of the mindless dead were swelling with each battle, but certain critical elements of the Scourge had suffered horrific losses. It was getting worse. The Burning Legion's armies were stretched thin across 3 continents. The stresses of strategic overreach were beginning to tell. Slowly but surely, the Scourge were losing the initiative, and time was not on their side. Soon the way to the Lordern capital lay clear. Father, I've returned and done as you've asked. What is the meaning of this silence? Answer me, Father. Father, please. No! Don't look so surprised, brother. The old man had it coming. As will you. Have you come to witness the birth of my new kingdom? Step aside, fiend. I've come to reclaim my throne. You should have been here when I first slew Father with my blade. It would have saved us so much time. I'm sorry to inconvenience you, brother. I'm not that easy to kill. Now, step away from my throne. Very well. If you want the crown so badly, come and claim it. Wake up, human. The war chief wants to see you. What? But the undead were... Was it all just a dream? Be silent, you worthless dog. So, Matthias, has another week in your cell improved your manners? You'll learn nothing from me, orc. I see that you're stubborn as ever. We could have used an extra blade at our side against the Burning Legion these past few days, but I know that the moment I release you, you'll be at my throat. Garth, what has the prisoner been doing? Snoring like a pig mostly. He was crying out something before. I think he might have been dreaming. I would not underestimate dreams, Garth. Sometimes they are the way the spirits show us our future path. This last night, I dreamt a thrall resting at the roots of a gigantic tree. I'm still not sure what it means. Warchief, the Burning Legion's forces approach us from the south. Come on, boys, to your posts. Kel'Zarak, how did you find me here? There'll be time for questions later. Hurry, little prince. We have much to do if we are to get your crown back. And the page turns. Thank you for making it, the Savage Potato / Mapguy. As I mentioned at the beginning, I think it would be cool if we could get some info from Mapguy just to kind of understand what he specifically had a hand in, because I think the models, the music, the cinematics, the sound effects, a lot of the items that are dropped and a lot of the exploration, I think that was all Mapguy, if I understand correctly. But that's I don't really know. So it would kind of be interesting to get some insights on that. So I feel like this remake is more Mapguys than it is the Savage Potatoes at this point. And that's just because, again, it works on the newer versions of Warcraft 3 with mostly no issues. And but again, a lot of the surface level stuff, I don't mean that derogatory. I just mean like the stuff that we see as we play it, specifically the models, the sound effects, the music, the stuff that really hits your senses, again, right away, as opposed to thinking about, like, the terrain, for example, right? Like, the more fundamental pieces of the maps, but the stuff that you notice right away, again, I'll use, like, the models as an example, that's Mapguy. So it's cool to see, like, a mix of these fundamentals, which I think Mapguy is really strong with the fundamentals as well, as we saw from Joe's Quest. But it's cool to see, again, you have some a fundamentally strong and fun campaign, and then you have someone like Mapguy who's very, very talented when it comes to cinematics, especially, and kind of amplifying storytelling. Right? I think Savage Potato had a cool story idea here, and sort of built off of just the first episode, the first campaign in vanilla Warcraft 3, which is about how Arthas falls to evil. So he said, okay, well, we'll make his brother a dick as well, and we'll just sort of follow him around, and it's sort of like a story where everyone is explicitly flawed, and we'll just let the story play out through these different perspectives. I guess except Malachi, who again is just sort of portrayed as a bit of a victim here, but he lied about a genocide being carried out against his people. Granted, they were still in what were essentially concentration camps, regardless. So that just sort of will systematically lead to a genocide eventually, because the idea is you put them in concentration camps, and then it's like, well, the conditions of them deteriorate to the point where we're not actively killing them, but the conditions of the camps get so bad that they all just sort of die anyway. Starvation and disease, and again, just the conditions of the camp. It's sort of the same concept, right? So I think this whole reveal that he made up the fact that the orcs were being killed en masse by Lordaeron wasn't a super far stretch from the truth, but still, it was an interesting idea there to sort of flesh out the fact that Malachi wasn't just some angelic figure, sort of like how they made Thrall in the original games, right? Malachi is also flawed in this way, and I think that's probably what Savage Potato was looking to go for. Was, I think it was, especially in like the mid-2000s time era. This is a silly thing to kind of compare to, but pre-Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones popularized an idea that literally everyone is flawed and no one is safe. And there's a blurry line between protagonist and simply the point of view that you're following. protagonist, antagonist, interesting point of view. And I think, again, pre that show popularizing that, it was more edgy to actually embrace that. And that's, I think, what drew people to Blizzard's campaigns in the first place. You know, following Kerrigan, following Arthas, and saying, okay, this isn't a protagonist, but I enjoy playing from their perspective regardless. The UED, the undead, the Zerg in general, that kind of stuff. I think, so that, I think, was sort of the proto-idea here. And that has existed in fiction all throughout history, but again, Game of Thrones really popularized it by being the most popular show on television ever. So now, that's no longer like a new and edgy, interesting way to tell stories. That's what is expected now. So I look at this and say this was really on the nose with that idea, but that's because, again, I've consumed enough media in the later 2000s and 2010s that, again, that was like the main context and framework of storytelling, whereas this was before that, and I think it's, again, I think it deserves that credit for being an interesting story. And even though, again, that's no more mainstream now, that doesn't make it any more, it doesn't make it any less interesting. I think the story was pretty well told here. I do think some of the factions act very odd compared to what you would expect for no good reason. Like, again, Kel'Zarok's like, nah, I hate orcs, so I'm just not actually going to be following the Burning Legion. And Kel'Thuzad's like, sure, whatever, sure, go for it. It's you know, you see Mathias and Kel'Zarok sort of get along mostly just because they want to kill the orcs that are running away from them, I suppose. But it's really, I mean, I think the point of the story here, again, is everybody is flawed, and Mathias' hubris will be his downfall, as it already has been. That's why, you know, he was captured. Okay, so leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure Mapguy would appreciate it. I don't know where Savage Potato is these days. Maybe he's active, maybe he's lurking, maybe he's just living his best life and doesn't even think about this kind of stuff anymore. I'm not sure. But in any case, thank you to the both of them for creating this, and I will see everyone next time for a new campaign. I do not plan on playing Mathias Chronicles 2 right now. There's 6 of these. Right, this is the first one. I don't know if Mapguy plans on remastering all of them. Maybe I'll play 2 through 6 in their original versions, but not right away. So I'm going to move on to something else next time. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.